All right, question from Instagram. Lissa, how do you respond to the where do you get your protein question? So let's chat about that in this video. Thanks again for joining me here on my YouTube channel. If you're loving these videos, as always, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. And if you are looking to add more delicious, raw, vegan, oil-free recipes into your life, check out our ebooks. We have over 700 oil-free raw vegan recipes across all of our ebooks, and they're all 40% off. So just use code RAWFOOD40 at checkout and enjoy that discount and add more raw foods to your life. Hope you enjoy those, and let's chat about the protein thing. I get asked this quite often. Actually, the only question I get asked more often than where we get our protein would probably be where we get our big salad bowls. We get our big salad bowls from multiple places. The place that I found some of my favorite bowls was Superstore in Canada. When I was living in Canada, I would get their new style. They have like new bowls that come out every season. So I would get a few of those. And IKEA, we have some bamboo bowls that we keep in our truck from IKEA that we bought a couple years ago. And the latest ones, the white ones that we have, those we found at Walmart. We don't normally go to Walmart, but we were there for some reason. We just were like wandering around to see what else we could get. And we found those bowls. They were like $8 each, and they've been some of our favorite ones over the last probably a year and a half or so. So that's where we get our bowls. But aside from that, the top question next to that one is, where do we get our protein? So I don't worry about protein at all, because everything that I eat has protein in it. Basically, protein is a chain of amino acids, and there's amino acids in everything. Now, Nate and I have been doing the raw food education schooling from Doctors Rick and Karen Dina, and we learned a lot from them. They are seriously amazing. If you were interested in doing their school, it's 1 year long, and you meet up every week and you get classes and all kinds of good stuff. You can send me a DM on Instagram and I can connect you with them, or you can go to rawfoodeducation.com and check out their school. It's really valuable and it's so worth it. We've been seriously enjoying it. But I listened to one of the talks that Dr. Rick Dina gave to us about protein, and he was going through the different charts and the different studies that were done on protein needs. And the World Health Organization decided on the amounts of protein based on a couple different studies, but the original studies that were done on the complete protein stuff were done on rats, and rats need a way different profile of protein than humans do, like way different, not the same. So for rats did really well on milk protein, but they didn't do very well on corn or wheat. But the problem is, when they did this study, they were doing it to see which protein was a complete protein. And they had the 3 groups. So they had the cow's milk, the corn, and the wheat groups. And the rats on the wheat didn't do so great, but the ones on the corn did worse. So they decided that corn was a more incomplete protein, wheat was kind of and cow's milk was the best. But this was for rats, not for people. And had they had a 4th group in this study, and they had the 4th group as human milk, all the rats would have been really, really struggling. Many would have probably died, because human mother's milk has one of the lowest amounts of protein, and we actually don't need the crazy amounts of protein that we're told that we do, especially online, the memes and stuff that you see from diet culture and bodybuilding and stuff. We really don't need that much protein. We need a smaller amount of protein, and we can easily get it across a variety of different plant foods. We do not need to eat animal products to get our protein. So based on that study, and then some other studies that were done on the lacking of certain amino acids, they discovered, the essential amino acids that we need to get from our diet. And they determined that we needed to have X amount of protein. what they did was they studied all the people, and the person who needed the most protein, they basically doubled that just to make sure that everyone was getting enough. So the RDA is actually on a really higher end, and we don't even really need that much anyways. So when it comes to that question, I don't think about protein. I'm more concerned with getting adequate nutrition and variety, eating enough calories, than worried about my protein. Because if I eat enough variety and I eat enough calories, then I'm easily getting all the amino acids that I need to have a complete protein profile for the day. So I'm definitely not worried about that. Another thing that I do when somebody asks me where I get my protein, I ask the question back to them, because I don't always want to just give them the answer. I want them to critically think for themselves. I'll say something like, where do you think that I get my protein? I'd like to know where you think that I'm getting the protein from. So that makes them critically think. They may or may not know the answer, and they may be surprised that they don't know the answer, or that they do know the answer and they're just asking that because they are justifying their own choices or for other reasons. But that's what I like to do as well, is use the Socratic method and throw a question back to them to help them to critically think as well. And that's something that I've been working on over the last couple of years, is learning how to ask questions in the conversation. Because if you are having a debate or a conversation with somebody, then the person who's asking the questions is typically the one more in control of the conversation. And it's better to ask questions for the other person to get to know their feelings and their thoughts and what they're thinking, instead of just constantly answering their questions. You can even answer in the form of a question. You can say, did you know that a protein is just a chain of amino acids, and you can get all of the amino acids that you need in plants? You can ask it as a question. If they say yes or no, then you can move forward from there. But that's another thing that I do when I'm asked the protein question. So I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please click like. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. And you can enjoy 40% off all of our ebooks to get your raw vegan protein and more raw foods into your diet. You can enjoy 40% off with the code RAWFOOD40. The link is right here on the screen, as well as in the description box below. So you can go check those out, along with the links to our web-based meal planning app that has new recipes added every month. That's $5 a month, billed quarterly or yearly, as well as all the links to the print versions of our ebooks that are on Amazon. So check out all the stuff in the description box below. And until the next video, guys, I love you all, as always, and for done.